Reflection of light. What is reflection of light? When light strikes a surface and gets bounced back in the same medium, this is called reflection of light. The ray which strikes the surface is called incident ray. The ray which gets reflected back or bounced back is called reflected ray. Perpendicular line at the point of incidence, this is called normal. Angle between incident ray and normal is called angle of incidence. This is angle of incidence. And the angle between normal and reflected ray is this is denoted by I, angle of incidence. Angle of reflection denoted by R. It is called angle of reflection. Suppose we have a question which says that before this we will talk about laws of reflection. There are two laws of reflection. First says the incident ray, normal and reflected ray at the point of incidence lie in the same plane. Second, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Now sometimes question is asked, if the angle between incident ray and the surface of reflection or the surface is 30 degree, then find angle of reflection. Now if we draw normal here, then we will see that this angle between incident ray and normal is 90 minus 30, 60 degree. Therefore, according to laws of reflection, this angle will also be equal to 60 degree. Hence, our answer is 60 degree. We should not say that angle of reflection is 30 degree. That will be wrong. Now, we are going to see properties of images formed by a plane mirror. In plane mirror, size of image is equal to size of object. Size of image is equal to size of object. Second, distance between mirror and object is equal to the same distance between mirror and image. Suppose if the distance between object and mirror is 5 centimeter, then distance between mirror and image will also be 5 centimeter. Therefore, we can write distance between mirror and object is equal to the distance between mirror and image. Next, image formed by plane mirror is virtual and erect. It is not a real image. Fourth, it is laterally inverted. We will talk about virtual image, real image, and what is lateral inversion. Image is always laterally inverted. Now we are going to talk about what are real images, what are virtual images. Those images which can be obtained on screen are called real images. The image formed on screen in cinema hall is an example of real image, whereas image formed in a plane mirror of our face, that is an example of virtual image. Now we will talk about three types of mirror. One we have talked, plane mirror. We will talk about spherical mirrors. There are two types of spherical mirrors. One mirror is like this. First of all, if we talk about a spoon, suppose this is a spoon, this surface, highly polished spoon, this inner surface acts as concave mirror, and this surface acts as convex mirror. Means we are going to talk about two types of mirror, two types of spherical mirror, concave mirror and convex mirror. If the mirror is like this, its outer surface is polished and this inner surface is reflecting surface, then this mirror is called concave mirror. And if the mirror is like this, whose inside surface is polished and outside this bulging part is the reflecting surface, then this is called convex mirror. Now let us see a concave mirror like this. Suppose we have a sphere of which this part we have a mirror, and this is just a drawing to show that this is a spherical glass of which this we have a mirror. Its outer surface is polished. This. The middle point of this mirror is called pole. If we were talking about a sphere, it must have a center. This is called center of curvature of this mirror. And the line on which this pole and center of curvature lies is called principal axis. This line is called principal axis. And the point between, suppose this is radius of curvature. Suppose we have radius is equal to 10 centimeter here. We are not talking about sign here, numerical value. The point between C and P, just the midpoint, this is called focus. This PC, distance between P and C, is called radius or radius of curvature, and distance PF is called focal length. This point F is called focus, and then focal length will be 10 by 2 here, that is 5 centimeter. We have seen here pole, focus and center of curvature. Suppose parallel rays parallel to this principal axis strike the mirror, then after reflection they will meet at this point, focus. This concave mirror is also called converging mirror, because the rays coming parallel to this principal axis converges at this point. We will talk about convex mirror also. If we draw a convex mirror like this, it must be a part of some sphere. This line is called the principal axis, this point is pole. Again, the center of this sphere is called center of curvature of this mirror. The inside surface is polished. Point between P and C will be focus F. In this case, we see if we draw rays parallel to the principal axis, then they appear to diverge from this focus. This is coming here, it appears to diverge from this point. So this mirror is also called diverging mirror. Now we are going to see some rule about formation of images in a concave mirror. Suppose we have this concave mirror. This is the principal axis, this is focus, this is center of curvature. The ray coming parallel to this principal axis passes through F after reflection. While drawing ray diagram, we will keep in mind these rules. Second, this is F here. The ray coming from focus will go parallel to this principal axis after reflection. Third, suppose this F and C, the ray coming through this point C coming, and it will be reflected along the same path. This is the third rule. Now we can see again, if this is our mirror here, concave mirror, like this, if the ray strikes at this point with some angle theta, it will get reflected making angle theta with the same principal axis. We should keep in mind these lines, these rules while drawing the ray diagram. We are going to take an example how we can draw ray diagram. Suppose we have this mirror, concave mirror. We have this principal axis. This is a rough drawing. Pole, focus, this is center of curvature. Suppose we have kept object here. In case of concave mirror, we have two ray diagrams for different situations. Suppose sometimes object will be placed between P and F, object may be placed at F, object may be placed between F and C, object may be placed at C, object may be placed beyond C, and we get images, different images in all the different situations. We are going to take only one situation here. We have object placed between C and F. One ray we will draw parallel to this principal axis. After reflection, it will pass through focus. Second ray we will take this passing through F. Then it will go parallel to the principal axis. We can draw another ray in place of this. We can draw a ray passing through C. It will go undeviated. Here we can see object is or image is formed at this point. Image is formed beyond C. This is a rough drawing just to show how we can draw a ray diagram. So we have seen that in case of concave mirror we have different situations. In convex mirror we always get, suppose this we have convex mirror, focus is here, C is center of curvature is here, pole is here. Suppose object a ray is coming, placed at a large distance here. First ray we will draw like this, it appears to diverge from here, from focus. Second ray we will draw pointing at this. This is our object placed here. We will draw a ray like this. This will get reflected along the same path. These two rays are intersecting at this point. So we have seen that in case of convex mirror, image is always formed behind the mirror. It is virtual and erect. In case of concave mirror, that we had drawn the figure, that was a real image and inverted. Here virtual and erect image and diminished. In case of convex mirror, we always get a diminished and erect image. So it is, convex mirrors are generally used as rear view mirror so that we can get a large wider view of images, number of images. It is also used in as a security mirror in shops also, And if we talk about the uses of concave mirror, they are used as shaving mirror. They are also used as in headlights. They are also used as concave mirror is also used by dentists. So in this way we have seen images formed by concave mirror, convex mirrors. If we talk about sign convention here, that is also very important while solving numericals. Suppose we have this mirror, concave mirror. This is the principal axis we have. This is pole, this is focus, this is center of curvature here. If we have to measure object distance or image distance, we will measure that from this point P. We have to put the zero of scale here. Suppose we have object placed at this point, then we will put zero of the scale here and measure this, and the light ray is coming in this direction and we are measuring in opposite direction. So object distance U will always be negative. U means object distance, V means image distance, F means focal length. So U will be negative in all the cases, whether we talk about concave mirror or convex mirror. If we talk about focal length is here. Again we will put zero of scale here and measure in opposite direction. Then focal length of this concave mirror is negative. Concave mirror, focal length is always negative but positive in case of convex mirror, because that lies behind the mirror, and if we measure from this point, suppose we have this convex mirror and focus is here, we will measure from here, light is coming from this direction, we have to put scale in the right same direction. So focal length of convex mirror is always positive. V, if we talk about V, if it is a real image which is formed in front of mirror, it will always be negative, but if the image is virtual, it will be positive. Negative in case of real, V will be, and positive in case of virtual image. If we talk about H1 and H2, then what is H1 and what is H2? H1 is the height of object, that is size of object. H2 is height of image or size of image. We also represent it as HO, means height of object. HI, height of image. Object is always placed above this principal axis, so it is always positive, whether it is concave mirror or convex mirror. HI, if we talk about height of image, if we get a real image, it is always inverted below this line. So H2 will be negative if it is real and positive if it is virtual, means virtual image is always erect. So H2 is always positive and H1 in case of virtual, H2 is positive in case of virtual, H1 is always positive. And if we talk about M, magnification, let us see about first mirror formula. We have 1 by V plus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. What is this V? Image distance. What is this U? Object distance. What is this F? Focal length. And we have talked about their sign. Now magnification. Image is how many times the object, that is called M. Magnification. It is denoted by H2 by H1, means height of image by height of object. It is positive if the image is real, and negative, M will be negative if image is real, and positive if image is virtual, because in case of virtual both will be positive. This is always positive, this will be positive, and in case of real image H2 is negative and this is positive, so we will get M minus in case of real image. There is another formula of M, that is minus V by U for mirror. If we combine these two, we get M, H2 by H1 is equal to minus V by U. This is also used while solving numerical. So in this way we have seen laws of reflection, concave mirror, sign conventions, mirror formula. Next we will talk about refraction in next video.